Hey guys, it's Jessica, and I felt like I had to wear ears at least for part of this video because what an exciting day today is. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Disney. We were literally just in Disney World days ago at the time I'm filming this, so we are huge Disney fans. We go a couple times a year. This year we're annual pass holders. We kind of go back and forth. And we brought our baby Gigi for the first time, and that was very exciting. Anyway, Dose of Colors, a makeup brand here in the world, released a Disney collaboration. And this one was kind of cool because a lot of brands have done collaborations with Disney, and this one was a little bit more like natural and muted and like kind of deeper. You'll see what I mean. There are a lot of like deeper nudes for lip colors. I'm wearing one of them. And then the palette was a little bit different than what most people do for Mickey Mouse too, which was just kind of cool, something different. And not only that, but the packaging is really, really pretty and kind of classy. I'll show you that. And so I ended up buying everything except for one item, and I'll tell you what one item I didn't buy here in a minute. I will say this, I was checking on the Dose of Colors site, which I think as of right now is the only place you can buy it. And they have already sold out of the palette that they sell. It's a $39 palette, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes. I'll show you me applying everything today here in a minute. But it's a really cool palette, and it is 39 bucks and sold out. I'm like, dang it. So who knows, you know, with limited edition collections, sometimes they'll re-release it, etc. We'll see if they actually do or not. But I know that as of the time I'm filming this, all of the lip colors are still in stock. So this entire collection really is just this palette and then 3 lipsticks and 3 lip glosses. And you guys know I freaking love the Dose of Colors lip gloss formula. I'll talk about that more in a bit when I'm swatching these on my lips for you. Also, my nails. Again, we just got back from Disney, so I had them done like Minnie Mouse with some polka dots, and I just thought how perfect that I'm filming a Disney video. That's all. So let's start with the palette. I gotta take these off because they're gonna give me a headache. Some of the Disney ears they sell are like too tight, so I end up buying ones from Etsy a lot because they are a little more comfortable and really cute. So let's talk about the palette first, and like I said, in a minute I'll show you me applying them to my eyes and all of that. But this is 39 bucks. It's really, really cute. It's got a mirror and it's got 6 eyeshadows, 2 shimmers, 4 mattes, and then this face highlight, which I actually used in my eye look today as well. You'll see. This one is punchy. When I was doing it earlier, I'd swatched it and I knew it was pretty punchy. But then when I actually put it on my brow bone, I was like, whoa, so beware. But it's meant for your face. I didn't apply it today to my face because I'm actually testing out a different highlighter right now, a more obviously subtle one. But it really is beautiful if you like a punchy one. But the shadows themselves are really, really nice and pigmented. Look at the swatches now. Beautiful shadows. They're kind of an interesting combo of colors together, but I do think you can get a lot of different looks. Obviously, I went the kind of gold and dark blue and purple look, but you could do more of a warm tone look with the red, etc. So, and again, you can use this highlight on your lid as well, which is, I just used it on my brow bone. So let's go ahead and get into the look. Okay, so for the eye look, I'm gonna use just my Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. It's one of my favorites, and it's just a good eye primer. I think if you have oily lids, it might not be your favorite, but if you've got kind of normal lids or maybe even dry, I think you'd like it. So we're gonna start with Let the Show Begin. I'm gonna put that on the lid. Kind of this pretty gold. These swatch really beautifully, and look at that. I mean, they're really pigmented. I think the Dose of Colors, not glitter, but like shimmer eyeshadow formula is so interesting because I feel like it's thinner than a lot that I've tried, and yet it still packs a really nice punch. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether it's thin or thick, but I feel like there's less fallout because it's such a thin formula that just sticks right onto whatever you've got. So I'm gonna take a clean brush and just kind of blend the edges of that a bit. I feel like this is one of those colors that you could totally wear alone, especially if you have a little bit deeper of a skin tone. I think it looks even prettier. So I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush and I'm gonna use the shade, I think I'm gonna use the shade Oh Boy here. It's kind of like a warm gray. And just kind of do the same motion, but just in the crease. So far, these are blending really nicely, which I had a problem with it's their Mauves palette, Marvelous Mauves. That one I was not a big fan of. I know a lot of people love that, but for me, I couldn't get them to blend well. And so nothing looked great. So I was a little leery of trying these shadows. So far so good. I'm gonna use, actually this dark purple All Shucks color. I'm gonna use that in the outer corner. I'm gonna take this like bluish color called Hooray and just kind of tap it into that same color. They look really similar. Once like with this purple, it was kind of mixing with that gold and it kind of looked like this Hooray color, which is interesting. So I figure might as well tap some on and fill it in a little bit where it blended away. I really like that blue color. I might use that on my lower lash line here in a minute. So I feel like I need just a little bit. I might use this warm brown here, just a little bit to help blend like right there. So I'm going to use this highlight color. It's actually a face highlight, but I'm going to actually use it to, wow, highlight my brow bone. Pack some serious punch. So I really need like a beige color. So I'm gonna pull my Wet n Wild Brulee because I need it to blend all of that. I need it desperately. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some of this and literally put that on top of that shimmer up there to kind of tone it down. And we're gonna use that to kind of help blend. It would look beautiful on the cheeks or with a lighter hand. I'd swatched it and I knew it was like punchy, but I don't know what I was thinking, I guess. So I'm gonna put a little of that dark blue on my lower lash line because I think it's so pretty. And then I'm gonna take a little of that face highlight and put it in my inner corner. So I'm gonna put on some liner and mascara. So let's try on some of the lip colors and then we're gonna do the lip glosses. So there were 3 glosses and 3 lipsticks. I actually only bought 2. The only one I didn't buy, I'm gonna put on the screen right now. It's a much darker, deeper color. But let's try these on. So the first shade I'm gonna put on is called 1928, and these are their like satiny lipsticks. And on the top of the lipstick, I haven't swatched it yet because I wanted you guys to see this. There's an adorable little Mickey imprint on them. I'm sure it'll be gone after like 1 or 2 uses, but isn't that so sweet? So the only danger here is that, and I've already done it, when you put it in, you have to be like so careful to not hit the side. And I can't live like that. That's too much pressure every time I put it in. So I hate that design. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't go down anymore. That's such a bad design, but it is cute. So 1928 looks like it might be a little light for my lips. Let's just see. So they're really, really creamy. I even noticed that with I have another shade or 2 of this line of lipstick, but not the Mickey Mouse Disney line. But they're really, really creamy, very standard, like normal lipstick, not like a matte formula or anything like that. Like they said, it's a satin formula, which is my personal favorite. That's the kind that I like. I don't think this shade is quite my cup of tea, but I know that a lot of people will like this. So I do think it's a pretty color though. So the other shade is Forever, and this is a little bit more of a brown nude, but it definitely still has like a peach tint to it. Show you the difference between the 2 colors. This one here is the first one I put on, 1928, and then this one is Forever. I feel like this one's more my cup of tea. It's definitely very kind of fall-y. But I don't typically wear like brown lipsticks, but I do feel like this could actually work. It's a more wearable brown nude. For me, a lot of brown nudes just don't look good. I don't know if that's because of my skin tone or if it's because I have pigmented I don't know. I've never really been able to figure that one out. But by the way, the Mickey imprint is gone after using it once. So if you were curious about that. But I think the packaging of these is so cute. I just wish it were a better design, but I love the gold little Mickeys there. I love the simplicity of them, the kind of matte black packaging. It doesn't show fingerprints. So that part of it I think is great. The lip glosses are what I was the most excited about. I'm trying to play off that I didn't just drop all of the glosses. The Dose of Colors lip gloss formula is the single best lip gloss formula I have ever tried. This is not sponsored. I paid for all of this with my own money. I've bought every Dose of Colors product I own with my own money. Their glosses, my favorite shade is Messy Bun, and it's this beautiful kind of bluish pink. I wear it constantly. It was like the only gloss, that and a red lipstick, that I brought with me on our Disney trip. Fun side note, I was in Disney when this launched, so I was standing in line for Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios, and I was literally placing the order on my phone for all this stuff. So that's always kind of a fun memory. But the glosses are $17 each, the same price as the lipstick. The formula is so good. So I'm going to start with this kind of like orangey, clear, glittery gloss, and then we'll go into the more colored gloss. So this one is in the shade Moi. It doesn't have a scent like the other ones do, and I love the Dose of Color scent. It's a very vanilla-y, but not, oh my gosh, I just love it. So I wanted to see what this looked like on top of this, because otherwise, let me just show you a swatch. It really is just like a clear with a slight gold tint to it kind of a color. So I figured it might look pretty over this. I actually think that's really, really pretty. This is one of those colors that I would see in the store and I'd be like, no, like I don't, but it actually is really pretty on top of this. And I'll take this off here in a second and I'll show it to you with nothing on in case you're just curious what it looks like. But I've kind of grown to like more of these kind of clear glittery glosses. I think it's a pretty way to do glittery lips, but it's a little more comfortable than like a metallic lipstick or a lipstick that actually has glitter in it. Those just, my lips don't cling well to my lips. They're just kind of dry. But this is a nice way to get that pretty look without the dry feeling. And the reason I love these Dose of Colors lip glosses is because they're so creamy. The ones I'm gonna show you, they're so pigmented, but they're comfortable. They don't wear off weird. I mean, I could wear them all day long, reapply maybe once or twice, even without a mirror, and they just feel good. I never feel like I need to like wipe them off or start all over. They're just wonderful lip glosses. I've never tried a gloss quite like the Dose of Colors ones. All right, so here's that Moi shade just on my lips. Again, I have really pigmented lips, I know. So I feel like it like automatically makes it look like there's a color, but there's not. I'm enjoying this. So this one kind of surprised me when I was playing with them earlier today when I opened the box and all that. I was very surprised that I liked it, but I do. All right, let's try these. So this one, I've already tried on my lips. I know it's a little bit too light for me, but it's in the shade Rockin' It, and it's their lighter nude kind of beige color. Again, the packaging of these, so cute. And I love the doe foot applicator. It's like really flat, kind of like a paddle, and it just makes applying it so comfortable and easy. So let's try this one. Ah, there's that scent. It smells so freaking good. So definitely cancels my lips out a little bit too much for my taste, but it's a beautiful color. It's that same formula. I can guarantee you that. So if you know this color would look good on you or you love this kind of color, this would be one that you could totally put on the center of your lip on maybe a little bit of a deeper color to kind of lighten it. Maybe you have like a more pinky nude on and you just want a little bit of dimension. That could look really cool if you pat it on with your fingers. So that's one way that you could use it. And then the last lip gloss is in the shade One and Only. Mickey Mouse is the one and only. This one's a little bit deeper than the last one. I'll show you a comparison swatch in a sec. Again, much more brownie nude. I think this is a little more wearable for me. It just smells so good, you guys. I can't like, literally sometimes I'll be in the car and Tyler will be driving and I'll pull out the one I've had for a while and I'll be putting it on and I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, what is going, you do that every time you put that on? I'm like, I know, it's like an otherworldly experience. Anyway, so this is probably my personal favorite. I don't think this is the color I'm gonna wear all the time, but like I said, it's a perfect like fall, like coffee-like color. And that was the one in the shade One and Only. So let me show you a comparison of One and Only versus Rockin' It. Because Rockin' It was lighter and a little more, they're both still warm, but I think it was a little more cool tone. So that was Rockin' It and this was One and Only. So all in all, I do like this. I think for me, a lot of this was not necessarily like in my taste. It wasn't exactly what, if I were just perusing Sephora on my own and this wasn't something I'm doing for YouTube, I don't know that I would have bought much of this. I think I would have probably bought one of the lip glosses, probably this shade, and I maybe would have bought this, but like the lip colors weren't really up my alley. Again, it's kind of similar to this, but for me, since I know I don't wear it a lot, I don't need a lot of those, and I already have some shades like that. But that being said, if you are in need of a new lip gloss, I love their formula. So you don't have to get the Disney ones. Go check out, they have tons of shades on their website and they even sell some of them on Ulta. Again, my personal favorite is Messy Bun. If you're in need of a new lip gloss, I really do think the Dose of Colors lip gloss formula is my favorite lip gloss formula of all time. And you guys know I don't say things like that lightly. I genuinely mean it. I just bought another one in more of a peachy shade from the regular line. I cannot find it. I see the box, it's not in the box. I don't know what I did with it because I was gonna show that to you guys. But so I only have 2 of the regular. Now I have these, and I'm thinking about buying more. I just love it so much. But I think the palette is nice. I think it blended really, really well. Do I think this is something I'm going to have in my collection forever? I don't know. I mean, I really liked some of these shades, but a lot of them I already have in other palettes, so we'll see. You guys know I declutter all the time because I have to. I mean, I'm constantly trying new makeup. I can't keep everything, even when I love it, because I would have a room filled to the ceiling with makeup, which is a great problem to have, but not feasible to be able to review makeup. So I liked it all. I don't think there was a dud in the formula of any of these, so if it's up your alley when it comes to the colorway or just the straight up color for the lip products, go for it, because I really, really like it. But I hope that this was helpful and enjoyable. If you love Disney as much as I do, give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you'll subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.